Hey everyone and welcome. Don't think for a second that your 2 times classic physique champion is done with his cheat meals. Nope, they keep coming.
That's a beauty.
So after taking a 5 weeks rest, the Blade is finally back in the gym doing what he loves. Dexter isn't gonna throw away years of hard work by sitting on a couch eating candies. His plan is to stay lean in the 220 pounds range for now.
First day back in the gym since Olympia. Oh man, I feel like shit. I ain't even gonna lie. It's gonna be a slow process getting back in this thing, man. Trying to train, do a little bit at a time each day. Probably train about 4 times, all that 6 days a week stuff. I'm done with that. So I think good 3 to 4 times a week is plenty for me. Keep in good shape. I'm about 225 right now, so I want to try and hold on to that. Anyway, let me get back to these.
Here is Steve Kuclo's official announcement that Honor Classic 2021 is the show he is going for.
Yes, 2021 Arnold is the plan for the next time I step on stage. They haven't confirmed the show date yet, but when they do, that's going to be the one I'm setting my target on.
Steve didn't compete post Honor Classic 2020, but he kept his training intensity very high. Nick the Mutant Walker at 17 weeks out, looking as good as it gets. Even the veterans like Victor Martinez have predicted that Nick has a bright future ahead of him. Nick has been training like a beast since Chicago Pro, where he placed 4th.
Oh, come on.
Blessing has been changing really quickly. This physique update marks 16 weeks out of Indie Pro at a body weight of 287 pounds. The quad striations are already coming in. Blessing's main goal is to bring a tighter midsection on open bodybuilding stage. The latest off-season update of Vlad shows a massive 287 pounds beast making major improvements in his off-season. A lot of people don't know that Vlad narrowly missed his Mr. Olympia 2021 qualification by placing 2nd to Regan Grimes in Romania Muscle Pro. He's being coached by Camel Crew. This guy can certainly qualify for Olympia on points as well. The interesting part about Vlad is that he's just 24 years old. And Milos decides to get back in shape on his 57th birthday and showing all the youngsters how it's really done, making those deep squats look easy. The last time Milos competed at Mr. Olympia was back in 1999. Interestingly, it was Dexter's first Mr. Olympia. Maxx Charles has been given a green light by his coach Milos to turn up the heat for this offseason. Maxx looked at his best under Milos' coaching and placed 13th at Mr. Olympia 2020. The undersized legs might be a genetic problem for him, which is the main problem for Maxx. Ever wondered how big the arms of top classic physique competitors would be? Ricky getting his arms measured after a brutal biceps workout. Men's physique competitors get trolled for not having legs quite often on social media, but we must appreciate the insane conditioning they bring to the stage. Here is your former men's physique champion Raymont looking like an anatomy chart hours before stepping on Mr. Olympia stage. Nicolas, the 212 competitor, is stepping it up this year, even though he's unsure about his competition plans due to COVID. He looks massive in the latest update where he is close to 240 pounds. Guy has changed his game plan regarding competing early during the year to get Olympia qualification. He weighed only 202 pounds at the Olympia 2020, so it's time for him to put on some quality mass. He did celebrate the start of his off-season with those cheat meals. Angel Calderon believes that 7th place in the world isn't good enough and he can definitely crack that top 5 in the 212 class. 5th week post Olympia and the training intensity is back to its peak. Finishing this video with Dan Christian, who has blown up after going back to normal meat-based diet. Dan experimented with the plant-based diet for a while to see how his body would respond. Physique update is at 220 pounds.